Good morning, good afternoon, good day, man. Good day, everybody. How y'all all doing? I hope you all doing great. This is gonna be a little bit different. I decided to break this up, right? I was dropping this right before the games, kind of like 30 minutes before, 10, 15 minutes, so you guys can watch it if you guys didn't. But I realized the games are the night before. Y'all probably already knew about it or heard about it, or if you didn't, you would want to know about it earlier. So I'm gonna attempt this, see if this works out, if this is cool, if this is a better idea. But I'm gonna try to drop the recap of the games earlier, and then we'll do predictions and stuff later on in the day, right before the game. Still, like, we'll keep it like that, but we'll do the recaps earlier. So there were 3 games last night. You guys might be watching this while you're eating your morning cereal before school or work, or maybe on the car ride at work. You're bored, whatever it is. I hope like you guys just get a little recap from me and my thoughts, my insight on the games. So there are 3 games. We started off in Miami. And Atlanta actually started off pretty hot, man. John Collins back. Thankfully, man, I was hoping he'd come back. Without Capella, not having a big man like that is tough, especially against a really good Miami team like that. And honestly, Trey finally kind of pulled it together, shot 50%. He figured things out. Obviously, I told you guys he wasn't going to score only 8 points and not come back and do a little bit better. So he did, except at the 3-point line. They held that man to 2 for 10 from the 3. They're definitely a great defensive team, without a doubt. Bogdanovich, though, had a really good game. He caught fire in the third quarter and late into the fourth. But the Heat were a little bit too much, led by a 45-point performance. Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy G buckets. Literally, he gets them. He does his thing. He had 45 on efficient shooting. He had 4 threes. He was getting steals. He was hitting people with euros, getting free reign to the basket. He was doing whatever he wanted, literally whatever he wanted, and way too much for Atlanta. The good thing for Atlanta is John Collins is back. He looked pretty decent, pretty good, way better than like when he wasn't on the court. Obviously, they recovered from what had happened. Like, it was a close game at some point before, like, they split, like, they kind of ran away with it at the end. They kept like running away with it, getting a 10, 12, 14, whatever, and then the Hawks would come back, cut it, and it just kept going back and forth till the end. But the good thing, like I was saying, is Atlanta plays really well at home. So when they get home, hopefully they can build on that game 2 performance and extend this series. I'm not going to say win this series, but hopefully they can extend it. If they can win game 3, they'll get some hope, some confidence going into game 4 and stuff like that. So they just need to keep building on what they saw that worked. Game plan to slow down Jimmy Butler for sure and just recover, you know. And then game 2, we saw the Grizzlies, who we knew had to come back and try to do something, because clearly whatever they did game 1 was not working against Minnesota. They got outclassed, outmatched, and they came ready, man. They won by like 28 points. 28 points led by Ja Morant's performance. He played less than 30 minutes, like 29 something, 29 and some change. And that boy almost had a triple-double. He was 1 rebound shy. Great job by all of them. Like, they had contribution from everyone. There, no one scored 30. They were just all up there. And they took Edwards out this game pretty much. They took out Towns. They did what they had to do just to slow down the Timberwolves and humble them again. Because the Timberwolves were back-to-back champs at this point. Now, I'm always kidding about that. But it's good to see series is tied up at 1 piece. I love that. Nothing I love more. And speaking of tying up a series, I told y'all Phoenix would not lose a game in this series. I said that. I said Phoenix would not lose a game to the Pelicans. There was no way the Pelicans, they were Pelicanots pretty much and all that. And I was obviously a little bit surprised game 1, but I was like, oh, Phoenix, rusty. That's why it was a close game. But game 2, honestly, look. Injuries, we talk about this all the time. You can't control injuries at all. There is no way to control an injury. And if you think you can, you can't. It's something that we don't want. We want to turn them off in real life, in games, in everything in life. Literally, whatever sport you watch, even just people walking down the street, they can roll their ankle, they can tear this. But Devin Booker, man, if you guys didn't see, Devin Booker got hurt yesterday. He had 31 points in the first half. 31 points in the first half. Man was going to go off still. He was having a field day out there. He gets hurt in the third. He pulls his hamstring. Hopefully it's not nothing crazy. We don't know yet. He might miss a game or 2. He might miss more. We do not know. He did not play the rest of the game. And Brandon Ingram is an animal. Brandon Ingram, we don't talk about that man enough. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He never gets it. Him and CJ McCollum have been working so well together. I've been saying this for a while now. I say this pretty much every episode. They work well together. They figured each other out pretty much on the fly, which is dope. Like, they didn't need more time to mesh. CJ makes it easier for Ingram. Ingram makes it easier for CJ. CJ's got experience. And they punched the Phoenix Suns, who, honestly, look, I think it was a shock. Phoenix started off hot in the game. They had Booker, and then just out of nowhere, they were deflated seeing him on the bench. They have won without Booker this season. They've won without Chris Paul. They've won without a lot of players. They know how to win without these guys. So they'll adjust, all right? So I don't want Pelican fans to get too hyped, but if I was a Pelican fan, I'd be hyped. I'd be so hyped. I would be hyped. There's no reason not to be. This is something to build on. Something like, this is a bright spot. Whether it's for this year or for the future, you really believe you got a shot at winning something, at doing something, at beating a Phoenix Sun team that no one thought would lose. They were the favorites to win the chip. Like, as of heading into the playoffs, their odds were the best. Now their odds dropped a little bit. The Warriors' odds went up, and the Bucks' odds dropped slightly, just because the Warriors popped up and all that. But this Suns team was the favorite, and you're tied 1-1 going home. You should be so proud. You just got to know that the Suns aren't going to let up. They're going to come back hungry. They're going to come back to fight. But if Booker is hurt in any way, shape, or form, if he misses time, the Pelicans should believe they could win now. They should believe it. They should know that Ingram is turning into a star right before our eyes. He's young still, and he's still going to get better and better. I don't know what they're doing with Zion. I know he's trying to get back into it in this series. I don't know if I would do that, to be honest. Let me know what you guys would do. Would you try to get Zion into this team's lineup, mix up the chemistry, and just try to have an extra body that can grab some attention? Or do you just say, nah, we shutting you down, you want it to be out? Or obviously he was hurt or whatever, even though he does 360 dunks, windmills, and all that in practice. But would you say, nah, bro, we are riding what's brought us here, what's been working, and we're going to keep doing that? But with all that said, that was the 3 games for today. There are going to be 3 games a little bit later. I will wait a little bit. I want to do those right before the games just so we can get excited for them and talk about if anything changes. Sometimes there's changes. Sometimes someone will, out of nowhere, we find out they can't play. Like the day with Paul George, we found out mad late that he wouldn't be playing or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everyone plays all the time. I'm excited for a game later tonight. The Brooklyn Celtics series definitely looks really, really solid so far. It's been living up. Well, the first game lived up to the hype. Hopefully it continues to do so. But with all that said, guys, I want to know what you guys think of all those games yesterday. 2 series is tied at 1 game apiece. Hopefully we get more of those. I hope some series is tied up today. That's exciting. But shout out to all the teams that won last night. And best of luck to anyone who got hurt. I'll be seeing you guys later. Thank y'all for doing the most. Enjoy the rest of your day.